Ciao Juventini of the world, my name is Giuseppe. Welcome back on the channel. I hope you're all doing well. I see already in the video that in the chat that someone is saying, Ciao Beppe, I wonder who the guest is. To be totally honest, I didn't invite anybody today. I know that usually on Thursday we start 1 hour before. It's at 9:30 p.m. with some guests. This week I didn't. I didn't because I really wanted to speak together with you instead of inviting guests. And when I have guests, I really focus on the guest and then I take some comments from the chat. I read you. But today I really wanted to speak with you. I really wanted to be with the Juventini of the world, focusing on all of you. Maybe, who knows? If some people they want to jump you from the chat, if you are a member of the chat, if you want to jump, tell me, and then today we do it with a chat. That can be a really great idea. So instead of going Beppe with guests, we do Beppe with the chat. If of course there are people that wants to jump into the channel. No, Tudor, he has other things to do. Better things to do means covering Juve, thinking about the Juventus Genoa of Saturday. But of course, we'll speak about Igor Tudor. Ciao Bogdan. Ciao Dominic De Coco. Ciao Gicachat. Ciao Sir Raz. Tudor looks like Beppe in a couple of years. Too old to shave head and white beard. Ciao Savros. Ciao LJJ again. Ciao Acrepi. Juve Corner Cast is there. Maria Merlaru. Ciao Last Samurai. Piano Zach already. Tudor has done more than Motta. Calma. Ciao Tarek. Well, no, actually it's true. Actually, it's true for what reason? Because Tudor has an amazing past with Juve from a player, won some titles, if I'm not wrong, three times the Scudetto and then International Cup. So yeah. As a player, absolutely yes. Thiago Motta didn't play with Juve, so yeah, we can say that. As a coach, Tudor already won two trophies, but he was vice coach. He was in the staff of Andrea Pirlo, not yet as head coach. So let's see with that. Ciao Tariq, grandissimo. Junior Mas, ciao Alessandro, ciao Lukas Ishak, ciao Will One Was. Giorgio is there. Dernago. Ciao Alessandro. Ciao Dario. We have a lot of people. People are saying, Beppe, you were late. Yes, I was late. Ciao Misiek. Ciao everybody. Forza Juve. Ciao Andar. Thank you. Andar is the perfect Juventino, and on top of that also the perfect GJustjuve subscriber, member of the chat. You know why? Because from time to time, and quite often, I must say that I go on my notifications on Twitter, and what do I see? I see Andar that is sharing, reposting the videos or the live that I'm posting. Sometimes I'm not doing it myself, and Andar is doing it for me. More of people that are sharing on social media when we will go live, or the videos that I just recorded, or sending in the WhatsApp groups to where you're with a lot of Juventino or football fans, because only that way we can continue to grow. By the way, for people that are curious, 36,892 Juventini of the world here on the channel, which is just epic and fantastic. We are missing 8 to go towards 36,900, so I'm counting on all of you, but that's something for later. So we continue. Let me check. Tony, who has more aura, Tudor or Motta? The last time that we were speaking about aura, it didn't finish really well. So let's avoid these kind of terms. Also because these terms are really 2024, 2025. And I prefer to go a bit with the nostalgia terms. I prefer to go with Juventinità more than aura. If I may, my friend Tony, what is Tudor's style of coaching and playing? Demetrio, that means that you don't know. Tudor's style of coaching and playing is the one that loves to go offensively, that loves to score one goal more than the other, but paying attention, of course, to defense. He said it also today. I already play with 3-man defense. I played with 4-man defense, so I can do both. I can press, because pressing is a big word. So if you want to resume a few words, easy words: pressing, intensity, super important, and trying to attack, paying attention, of course, that you don't concede goals in counter-attack, because that would be extremely stupid. A complete football, that's what he said, but never lacking the will of playing, never lacking these kinds of behavior, which is extremely important for Igor Tudor. So that's a bit his style of play. Then we know it, and we spoke it in the last few days also on the video. 3-4-2-1 is one that he played a lot with. Will that be the lineup that he will play with. We will discover it. I told you I think that he will start with a four-man defense in the beginning. I'm not sure. Let's see. I'm really curious for that first lineup, but that's also the beautiful thing, that we are all in that situation, being extremely curious in not knowing what to expect from that first game. Then we can start planning about the other games. With the first game against Genoa, we don't know. We don't really know. Ciao Anthony Schifano, ciao grandissimo. I would love to come over sometime and debate with you, but my English isn't good enough, in my opinion. One day soon, I will organize a French space with friends that today contacted me from Vidat, the Moroccan team that we will play against in the Club World Cup. So in the month of June, we will start also doing a space on Twitter in French. So if you want to participate that day, speak in French, that would be marvelous. Ciao, Yolene or Jolien. I don't know if it's Jolien or Jolien. In Dutch, we say Jolien. Beppe, do you think Koopmeiners will play against Genoa? I really want to see him flourish so bad at Juve because I loved him at Atalanta. No idea, no idea, but I really, really believe that Koopmeiners will receive a chance. Of course, will it be immediately against Genoa or not? Big question mark. He played with the Netherlands, which means that physically he's doing well. So let's see if he could start. I think so. Then I'm also really curious to see where Tudor will put him on the field. He said it today. When you have good players, you find a role. It's easy for them to put them on the field. Question, because before I start answering the question, which I will do, of course. My big question is for you. How do you feel after today's press conference? Who watched it? Who read it? Who watched the video that I made about it? The recap? Let me know. In the meanwhile, that you are answering me how you are feeling, I can already tell you that there will be soon a video with Rabona TV on his channel. That was a partnership that we recorded yesterday, I believe, no, Tuesday. So I'm thinking it will come out maybe tomorrow or Friday. Let's see. A video where we spoke a lot about Thiago Motta, what went wrong. And then today I recorded a video with Marco that will be on IFTV normally tomorrow. So that's a nice one. He's editing the video now, so you will have some content of Beppe speaking about Motta with Rabona TV and with Tudor with Marco from IFTV. So there will be a lot of content also on other channels where I spoke today. Oh, now your questions. But Douglas Costa, to answer about Douglas Luiz, is that he didn't even train with the team yet, or at least a full training session with the team, so it's difficult to see him. The first rumors are saying that Cambiaso and Douglas Luiz will not start the game. Difficult even to see probably Douglas Luiz on the bench. Let's see if we can recuperate Cambiaso or not. But at the moment, we don't want to take any risk in compromising the remaining part of the season with these players. Ciao, Pino. So excited for Fibix, Tom and Jerry. Why? But good. I watched your video. Thank you, Sasha, that today wrote a really beautiful message that I reposted on Instagram stories because it was really a touching, beautiful message. Thank you, Sasha. Really appreciate it. You know that I spent a lot of time also in reading the comments because interaction is really key on the videos, especially in the videos where I don't have direct feedback from you. On the lives, we speak with each other. In videos I don't have it, so I'm always curious what you thought about videos, what are your opinions about diverse topics. And today a beautiful, really beautiful message from Sasha. Really thank you. Relaxed for Dernago. I feel enthusiastic from Ali. Did not watch the video yet, but I'm planning to. That's really a video that you must watch, Anthony. Excited, but trying not to be not too excited. But that's a bit that cautious part of being scared to have too many hopes and then to fail. Update on Cambiaso lose. I just gave it. I just gave you the update. I watched the video. The hope is back for Juve, and I'm really excited for the game against Genoa. It's true that I was already extremely excited for the game Juve Genoa with Tudor. Now after the words, even more. even more today. If I can tell you the feeling that it gave to me. Wait, that first Carlo. Oh my God, Beppe, just watch your video. I'm so pumped up. Thank you. No, but it's not thanks to me. It's thanks to Tudor. Ah, okay, okay, okay. Yeah, indeed, indeed. Tom and Jerry. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I know. No, no, no. You know why? You know why I was thinking about that? Because it's really funny because I was working on something, but it will not be that. So it's just a draft. Should I show it or not? I don't know if I should show it or not. Maybe I should show it. Don't know. I was working on something, but it will not be that. So it will probably something that only you will see, and it will be something totally, totally different. I don't know. Should I show it or not? What I was working on? No, nobody's answering. Ah, okay. Ah, okay. Someone is answering. Mamma mia, someone is answering. What a disaster. Guys, you are slow today. If Tudor sees you, this is what I was working on. The Justy and Mumbly show. Soon, soon. But that will absolutely not be the thumbnail. I was just having some fun in trying to find something. But I will do probably something totally, totally different. But this is coming on the channel really, really soon, and we'll try to do it weekly. At least we will give it a try. We'll give it a go. I don't promise it long, 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 long term, but that will come on the channel in English. In English, so wait for it. Wait for it. Should start from next week somewhere, maybe in 2 weeks, once a week, starting with Luca Momblano on the channel, and that will be a great one. I can't wait. I really can't wait because a fantastic friend. He's a journalist. He's someone that I spent every single day with. So I'm happy that we have someone on the channel that can bring information and entertainment. You know how crucial that is for me, and that all the hours that I spent on Juventus speaking in Italian, not always I have the time to translate everything, but at least there will be someone that will give you first hand information. So I'm super happy about that. Super happy, but it will not be this thumbnail because it's funny, it's nice, but that will not be the thumbnail. I see our friend Andy in the chat. He thinks je voulais regarder ta vidéo de la conférence de presse, mais je viens de voir que tu étais en direct. Je pense que la vidéo, elle résume vraiment bien tout ce qui est la conférence de presse, mais aussi les émotions. Ce qui est un peu plus difficile, bien évidemment, maintenant, parce que voilà, ça fait combien maintenant? Ça fait déjà 10 heures. 10 heures. 10 heures. Donc, ce sera pas la même chose. Mais la vidéo, elle est je pense assez bien, parce je l'ai enregistrée à peine j'ai fini le live sur Juventus où je l'avais écouté la première fois. Donc, ouais, ouais, non, elle est vraiment, j'aime bien. Et les gens qui l'ont regardé, ils ont vraiment bien aimé. Donc, je te conseille de plutôt voir la vidéo. Le live, on interagit entre nous. That was my French guys. 2080. I don't know what you're speaking about, my friend. Today you are I don't know. I don't know. Today LJJ is on another planet. Great, Pepe. Happy for me, for you, and for the channel. Today, Luca was amazing, but Luca is always amazing. Mombla is the best journalist in Italy. Oh, enthusiasm is back with Tudor. So, guys, I said something super important. Before starting to enter the press conference, I mean, I didn't enter the press conference, but at least hearing it, I said I don't want to be carried away by the words, because words are one thing, then of course you need to see the field. But I can already say that whatever, I can already tell you now today, even if, and this is a big message to all of you that are watching, even if, and I hope it will not be the case, of course, but even if Tudor is losing the 9 remaining games of Serie A, pay attention. Don't speak bad about Tudor. On the channel, don't dare to speak bad about Tudor. if there is one that is speaking bad about Tudor, I will kick him from the channel. I will find him and I will kick him out of, I don't know where he is. No, no, don't speak bad about Tudor, whatever the results of the last 9 games are. Then, next season, next season, if he stays, if he stays, we can speak about Tudor. We can speak about the fact that he's not doing well. We can speak about what you want. But for the 9 games that are here, don't dare to speak a single bad word about Tudor. And I will tell you why in a second. But first of all, let me say thank you to Nicolotti, that is doing again an exaggeration. Exaggeration, esagerazione, un'exaggeration, eine Exaggeration from Nicolotti. I'm speaking 3 languages, the 3 languages of Switzerland. Thank you, my friend. I feel like Tudor could give us the boost we need, and I'm hopeful that it works. That if it works, we will see an immediate change. But at the time, I could go the or it could go the other way around. So I'm unsure. That said, I love his mindset and grinta, and hopefully he can transmit that to other players. Look, it's a fantastic, beautiful message that you are saying, and that's why I already start anticipating Nico. I want to take time to answer that comment because it's an important one that is actually recapping how I feel as a Juventino as well today. That's why I already said whatever happens in the 9 remaining games, I will not blame Igor. Absolutely not. That doesn't mean that we can criticize. We can say I didn't put the right line up and it should have done better on that one. And we want a bit more of this, of this. Of course, criticism is always appreciated. I think it's also important to criticize. When I'm saying speaking bad about, it's that over exaggeration for the 9 remaining games with the hashtags Tudor out and the worst coach ever, whatever he's doing. For what? Because he absolutely doesn't deserve it. Look, I said today I don't want to go and be carried away by the nostalgia because it's a player that I really appreciated back then. It's a person that I really appreciated for what he did and how he showed love for Juve in his entire career as a player and post career. He really wanted it. For him, it was a dream. Then he said, guys, it's not enough to be a Juventino to do well. Juventinità is one thing, being a Juventino is also a thing, but that doesn't mean that you are the best or the biggest Juventino that you will succeed on the bench of Juve. You need much more. You need work. You need a lot of work. You need ideas. You need complete football, not only attacking, but also defending. You need to pay attention to the subs. The football is so complex, it's so big that you need so many things to succeed on the bench of Juve. So he really wanted also to push. I'm not only here because of my past as a Juventino, but at the moment I can tell you that Juventinità that he transmitted to me, even if I said I don't want to be carried away by the past, if he was able to transmit it to me, I'm sure that he's able to transmit it to the players. And that will be the most important thing at today. We have qualities. Do we have a Champions League winning team today? No, we don't have. We know it that we are missing some players in some roles, that some players that we were thinking were extremely good, they didn't perform today. So there is a lot of work in a really limited time. But a person like that is jumping on his car, that is driving 10 hours, accepting a 3 months contract, like what he said, 10 years contract or 3 month contract, it doesn't change anything. I will really try to do my best to disappoint nobody. He doesn't want to disappoint anybody. And I'm sure that he will put it there. His face, he will put it there. And that's what Nico is saying. Hopefully it works. Of course, of course, what we are expecting from him from a sporting side is immediate impact because there is no time to lose. The one against Genoa is already decisive. The one against Roma the week after is decisive. And the third one, and the fourth one, and the fifth one until the ninth one, because I don't believe that we will qualify to Champions League with 4 games in advance. So it will be a battle until the end of the season. So every single game matters. Every single game he will have zero possibility to miss to test. There is no test. That's why I'm really thinking that he will not go and totally go with the revolution of the team immediately. It will be a step by step with some certainties, because Thiago Motta, it was difficult, especially at the end, but it's not that he did only bad. So there are some principles that he wants to take over. That's what he did also with the team of Sarri when he took over last year in season 23-24 in the month of March. So yeah, but of course, what he is obliged to transmit is immediately that behavior. I wrote a lot. I wrote a lot, guys. You can see it here, 2 pages here, then still more. So I have so many information that I wrote about his press conference. But to answer that question, he said, "I hope." Let me check. I hope you can already start seeing something versus Genoa. On the spirit side, this is something that we cannot fail. So we cannot fail on the spirit, that will, that envy. On the tactical side, he said, I hope also there you will see already a few things, but give me 2-3 weeks before really starting to see. Because of course he just arrived the first day. There was nobody, half of the team. Then the international players started to arrive. They were complete today. Yeah? So calma. Nizi saying, "Whoa, Beppe, you are still in school with all that." Oh, I'm writing a lot. I'm writing a lot every time press conference or when I'm live on other. I'm really writing ideas, memos, text, notes. Then you see it's everywhere in my home. I have papers like that. You open them. Look at you open them, then you see other things that I'm writing a lot. I'm stupid that I don't put that in notebooks, because I have a lot of notebooks. I never use them. I don't like. I like loose papers when I can go with doodles, etc. I don't know why. That's really strange. Because if I had notebooks, I think that I would have filled like three, four. Once it is what it is. Yeah, yeah. I take a lot. Of course, guys. Of course. Like a pro, I don't know. I don't. Everyone has his own way of doing it. I have, you know, that I have an iPad pencil, but I don't have an iPad. My son has an iPad, but no, also there. And I'm a big technologic fan, so thank you again, Nico. Really, really appreciate it for your comment. Nicola Innocenzi, thank you for 5 months. Tudor, always a Juventino, no matter the result. Yeah, that's what I said. Look, I can we start with the first? I don't know who really watched it or read it, for the first reaction about um Cristiano Giuntoli. What do you think, or what did you think about these words of Tudor? That's what I'm really curious about, because it was really fast and it was not long, about words of Thiago Motta, Giuntoli, and then about Tudor. Let me know what you thought about that one. In the meanwhile, I show you this. I'm curious. We didn't reach it. We didn't reach it. We didn't reach it yet, but maybe during the day. 37, no, 36, 900. 37 would be huge. Maybe a bit too much for my expectations. On Tudor, he sounded honest, but on Thiago Motta, he sounds fake. I thought Giuntoli was humble. Ciao Paul from South Africa. Goedenavond. He said all the right things at the right time. Um, Look, for the people that didn't watch the video, of course, what did he say? Because he started to speak. Because I was reading the message of Saraz, but he started to speak. I was happy that he was there next to Tudor. Honestly, when he was speaking, I was still in that limbo, in that phase of the past. I was still in the last few weeks of Thiago Motta when I was seeing Giuntoli speaking. He didn't speak a lot, it was like maybe 2 minutes max. But this is what I was feeling when he was speaking. I didn't feel yet that we were in that positive thing, because, of course, he said, look, good relationship with Thiago Motta. I want to speak about the relationship with Thiago Motta. Always a lot of respect, mutual respect. He will be a great coach. Then he explained the situation after Firenze, after we confirmed him. So he came back to the words that he said in front of microphones. That's where we took some time to speak about it, to analyze, and we were worried and we decided for a change. So he's actually telling us what we were explaining here on the channel, why that sudden change, etc., etc. He said it, that after Firenze, he was convinced to continue with Thiago Motta, but after Firenze, when they came back, they took a few days to analyze, and then they realized that they were not going to make it. They were worried. He said it. Eravamo preoccupati della situazione, abbiamo capito la situazione, we understood and we decided for a change. Why? Because probably after Atalanta already, they asked for a reaction that didn't arrive. We saw it against Firenze, it was a total disaster. And probably after that, a few talks with Thiago Motta, we know it, and they spoke with Scanavino, with Motta and Giuntoli. The reaction that we're expecting was not there. So they decided to change. And then he said, and we chose immediately Tudor, not only for his past here at Juve, but also for the technical, and the human values. And then he was extremely open and honest, which I really appreciated. That's what I loved. Honesty, being transparent, speaking to the Juventini and not taking us as fools. At least at that moment, I really appreciated. He said, we will go with him until the Club World Cup. So we know now for sure it is until the Club World Cup. Hopefully, 7 games. That means that we go into the final and hopefully we win it. After that, we will sit at the table and we will discuss. And then we will decide if we continue together or not, with the hope that we can continue together, as we believe that he can continue our project. He didn't make fake promises. He didn't say top four and it's 100% sure, because it's not true. I appreciated that. After that, we go and we sit together and we see Tudor. He knows about it. He was sitting next to him. He accepted that. I enjoyed that. Then Giuntoli went away. And from the moment that he went away, he went away from Tudor to give him the space where he was sitting. And Tudor spoke with 30 minutes talk that were wow, that were really, really wow, with some funny moments, with some Juventinità, with some nostalgic moments, with some anecdotes, with some sincere words. What I appreciated the most, I said it in the video, but I can tell you here before discussing. And don't forget, if there is someone that wants to jump on, let me know in the chat so that I can share the link with him or her. And then you can come here to speak a bit with me. Today it's open session. But I really enjoyed the fact that he's answering the questions, that he's not dribbling the questions. There was an average of 4 minutes per answer. And this is what he was as a player, anticipating, facing the problems. I don't hide for anything. There is a problem, I will go for it. He was extremely relaxed in the way of listening to the questions, understanding the questions, and answering them in a really great Italian. In a really great Italian. I appreciated that as well, of course. From his 20th until 28, it was with Juve. Then he went to Siena for a small moment. Then he coached Verona, Lazio, Udinese twice. So it's a coach that spent the majority of his life in Italy. So perfect Italian, of course. But I really, really enjoyed it. Steve Cano is saying, I hope that the players, they watched the press conference. Look, I did my best. I posted it on Instagram as well immediately that it was, according to me, one of the best, if not the best, press conference that I watched since really, really, really long. That I would make a video about it. So people, there are some players that watch my story. They know that it's a fantastic press conference. Hopefully they watched it. Let me read them because it's not over. I will continue to speak, but I don't want to go and repeat everything that I said in the video. I prefer you asking me questions and then I answer you on these ones. Christian Scialino. Grazie, Christian. He's saying, attenzione, 17 months. Renewal. Scaffy to whoever doesn't fold the socks. Look, you're actually mixing two stories, or actually merging, not mixing, merging two stories that were really, really nice, because he's speaking about Alessandro Del Piero, that when he was young, Tudor, after a game, he took his socks from the game and he threw them away. And Del Piero went to him and said, "Oh, not like that. Take your socks, you fold them really well, and you put them here aside." Because then Romeo, that unfortunately passed away since, that was taking care of the locker room, we need to respect these people as well. They have an extra job. It will be a tough work for them, to find the size of the socks, etc., etc. But to show also that even if you are a star, because we are speaking about 97, 98 when he joined, or 98, 99, I don't remember. Del Piero was already someone that won the Champions League, that won the Intercontinentale. And how did he win it? It was before the injury, so it was 97, 98. So it was already an important Del Piero, a really important Del Piero, that is going saying, we are not too good. We are not too good. We don't have to have that ego or to, no. Beautiful one. And then that second one is schiaffi, that means slaps in Italian, means or referring to the story of Lilian Thuram. He said, yes, I heard Lilian Thuram at the phone yesterday. We spoke with each other, and he said, if my son doesn't behave properly, you can slap in his face. He didn't say if he missed something in terms of technical, a pass, or didn't play well. No, if he missed something in terms of behavior, which is the most important also for a father in terms of education. And he started to laugh. He said, no, no, no. It's a guy that I already met now, and extremely educated, extremely well educated. And a lot of people were speaking really well about him. Backstory, something that I didn't say in the video. I can tell you that he was surprised and impressed by one player, by a few players, but one player where he said, wow, quality is there. Wow, wow. Who's that player? I already said in the Telegram group, so Forza Juve Eric and Giga, they were really fast, but also Jake and Maria, yes. Apparently, the backstage story are saying that he was impressed by Bangula. I'm not surprised that he's surprised by Bangula. You know why? Because the other players are a bit more known. Thuram already watched and played against him when he was at Marseille, Nice. We know how important that game is. Colomani, he already watched him. He knows the value. He knows Vlahovic since a few years now. Weston McKennie even coached him. So there are a lot of players that he already know. He already met. Not at Juve being the coach, except of Pinsoglio and McKennie, but he already knows a lot. Gatti is the third year at Juve, if I'm not wrong. So he knows already a lot of the players, the reputation. He watched him, he studied them when he was playing against them, preparing Lazio. Do you remember the Lazio final that we played twice against Tudor? One time we won, one time we lost, but luckily we went through to the final. So he already studied. So when you already studied a lot of players, you are not that surprised. Nico Gonzalez, he already knows from Fiorentina, Copenhagen, from Atalanta. So the group of players that he could be impressed by are quite limited, of course. But Bangula, he has been impressed. So it's not just like, wow, he does a one dribble, two dribbles here and there. No, no. He really appreciated him. For a wing back, from what I know, because we know that Cambiaso will miss the game, or maybe being there but not from the start, we're looking for a solution. The solutions that have been touted by the media are Weston McKennie on the left. On the other side, there is a possibility, if we go towards a 3-4-2-1, which I'm not sure about. Again, today, then in the future, yes, but today I'm not sure. But if we really go towards a 3-4-2-1, it could be Nico Gonzalez, where Motta went. Now it's difficult. Now it's difficult. For a few weeks, forgive me, guys. But Tudor went to Nico Gonzalez, asking him his availability to play as a wing back. Then is it playing as a wing back for the remaining part of the 9 games? Is it for when Cambiaso is not there? Is it, I don't know, but the availability to play there is good. There is a nice thing on Twitter that I just saw from our friend Andar that said, Grok, if I were a football coach, who would make my best starting 11 from my followers mutuals, and what formation would suit best? And then he goes with a 4-3-3 formation. Tag 11 persons from my followers to represent these players. So he went with, of course, I don't know all the people that Andar is following, but in that 4-3-3, yeah, in that 4-3-3 made of Gatti, Bremer, Kalulu, and Cabal, I am Bremer. It's not bad, huh? It's not bad, huh? Being Bremer. I like. Central defender. I like Bremer. Guys, what player would you identify me in this 24-25 Juve? If you identify me, the injured guy. No, oh, by the way, he spoke and he said that, like I told you a long time ago, but people didn't believe me. People didn't believe me. I told you that Bremer could potentially be back for the Club World Cup, something he confirmed, but absolutely not as a starter. Absolutely not as a starter, but that's what he wants to do without rushing. He doesn't want to rush. He doesn't want to rush. So, Locatelli. Ah, two guys, Locatelli. I didn't expect that. Weston McKennie, Gatti, Di Gregorio, Pinsoglio, Tudor. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But don't count on him for the remaining part of this season. Mamma mia, not Cannavaro. Please, not Cannavaro. I don't like Cannavaro. Softic is Pinsoglio. Is he there, Softic? I know where is Softic. I didn't see him. Well, Beppe, you aren't Vlahovic for sure. No, no, I'm not Vlahovic. That's a fact. Well, the rumors are saying that soon they will meet with the agents to stop the contract because the contract is still continuing until next year, so they want to avoid that one. The zebra, Jay, I like. If Tudor will play with high pressure, intensity, and man marking in all of these fields as he likes the team to play, do you think Locatelli will have problems because he's slower? He's a slower player, that's a fact. But on the other side, Koopman is not the fastest players on earth. So you will have a lot of velocity in the middle. It's not our biggest point, huh, guys. Velocity in the middle is not our biggest point. That's why you will have a lot of you need a lot of support from the wingers, a lot of support from the wingers as well, the wing backs that are coming, and then also Yildiz and Kobe that are pressing all field, but dividing the work, not only with the number 10 that is going all around, but they are dividing left and right side, or they can even switch from time to time because both of them can do it. Yeah, even if they were playing with a 3-man midfield, which could be different with this Juve that we are seeing in a 3-4-2-1. That could potentially be, I think, guys, that 3-4-2-1 could potentially in the beginning be a big risk. A big risk. But let's see how they will interpret the game. Because or you're shaky and you're scared and you go all in the back, which will form a 5-2 and then a split with the other ones that are staying there isolated, or you go crazy and you go super high, that will be a problem. Indeed, Luis is also not the fastest runner, so it depends where you want to press, how you want to press. Like he said, we can press man by man, we can press on zone. Intensity is needed in the midfield. Who can go for that pressing is Weston McKennie, hopefully rested. But on the other side, I don't know how many times or how many minutes he played with USA during the international break. I really don't know. Weston McKennie could be that workhorse. When we are making the lineups, we don't usually put West on McKennie, but I think that West will play. Uh, in the remaining 9 games, he will play. Yeah, yeah, he will find a spot somewhere, but he will play. Yeah, but on loan, and then I will leave. No, Conceição, guys. I think that Tudor will be able to find a way to play him. Look, oh, guys, he found a way to actually make a player like Caprari at Verona perform. So if he's able to make a player like Caprari perform, I'm convinced that he can play a Conceição. No, no. On the other side, it's true that if we are playing towards that 3-4-2-1 is risking maybe a bit. On the other side, I'm also curious to see him playing a bit closer to the goal, Conceição. Let's see if he can do that or not. But it's true that it's a player that is on loan. And of course, when you're on loan with the change of coach, you don't even know if Tudor will stay or not. It could be that Tudor doesn't stay and you go with someone that really wants winger again, and then you keep him. But I'm really curious to observe how many percentage of the minutes Conceição will receive from now until the end of the season. I'm really, really curious. You don't know who's Caprari? Acrepi. Do you think Savona time in first team is done? No, 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 no. Because I watched Savona with the youth. Actually, he was playing in a 3-man midfield, 3-man defense. Sorry. Let me back up what I'm saying. I always love to show you what I'm saying. Nicolo Savona. Stats all seasons. I will show you. Juventus next gen. Let's pick a random game. Huh? Let's pick a random game. Boom. This one. Eccolo. Hey, guys. Or you know, or you don't know. You are lucky that I know. You're lucky that I know. You see, I'm not lying. Yeah, when I'm telling you these things, sometimes you don't believe me. I don't know why you don't believe me. What? Wait. Where is you? Here we go. Here we go. So you see, this is how we were playing last season with Juve, and Savona was playing in a 3-man defense. So actually, the question was, will he be able to play as a right back? That was the question. Not will he be able to play in a 3-man defense. So Savona is a player that did actually really well. Really, really well in a 3-man defense. I'm really curious to see if he could potentially play there. Of course, you have a Kalulu, you have a Gatti, but Savona, I'm not doubting that he can play in that system. Rui was playing in that. Look, guys, it's a 3-4-2-1 now for Rui, guys. I would love, honestly, I would love to see him receiving, if of course he deserves another chance. I know Rui had the opportunity to interview, to speak with him. He didn't perform this season. He has been extremely unlucky. They are the one that got injured that were unlucky, and then you have Rui that has been extremely, extremely unlucky because it's a player that showed beautiful things with the next gen, and every single time he stepped up on the field here with Juve, something strange happened, a goal conceded or this or that. Mentally, it has been extremely hard also for him to enter and knowing that he was not appreciated, welcomed, and loved by the supporters. So I don't think that Rui tomorrow will be the starter. Let's not say that tomorrow on Saturday, but I would love to have, guys, except of course of winning 3 points, etc. In all the remaining games, I would love a personal joy for Rui. I don't know, maybe entering a game, scoring a goal, or doing an assist. Or I would love to have to see Rui that is smiling at least one time this season. But that's on a personal note. But yeah, that's a bit the role that he was playing as well here. But Savona, no problem. Absolutely no problem if he can play there. Then I don't know how the Pubalgia is going at the moment, which is really an important factor. Bah. Um, he knows how to play with a three-man defense. He played with Max Allegri in a three-man defense. Then I cannot judge what he did with La Nazionale because I didn't watch a single second. I heard, but I don't know if it's true or not, that we considered one of the most ridiculous goals ever in La Nazionale. But I didn't even try to search or to look at it. Really, I was in the depressing mode. I didn't care. I didn't care at all about La Nazionale. Then I knew that we would not win. So mm, but I made that lineup already, yeah, with all the. And by the way, I spoke about it on the channel of Marco as well. That the video will come up tomorrow. And then, no, but of course, Gianluca Caprari. I just tell you, Caprari was with him at Verona, and he played a beautiful season actually at Verona when he was at Verona. He played a really beautiful season. Look, that's Verona, alone, Benevento. But when he was with Tudor, he did really well. He did really, really well. Gianluca Caprari. Yeah, you have some players like that that are working extremely well. Then on the other side, guys, pay attention. Isaacson, that is a player that I appreciate so much at Lazio. This season is having the season of his life. What a player! What a real player! I really like him. Well, at the end of last season, when he was thinking that Tudor would stay, he thought that he was that he was out of the team. He said there is no hope for me with Lazio. I will be sold or loaned out, or I don't know. But he didn't expect at all to continue, and then he goes. Tudor leaves, and Isaacson becomes a top player. So also there, sometimes you have an affinity with a coach, you have with a player. That relationship works or doesn't work, or the way of playing. So some players that are not performing or didn't perform until now can suddenly things change totally. Of course, we have a lot of hopes in Dusan Vlahovic. Let's see. It's the last chance for Dusan at Juve, at least. It's really the last chance. Motawiri Zirkzee, of course. I hope now the voices of Zirkzee to Juve will get over. I really hope, because I always told you I was not a big fan of Zirkzee at Juve. I think he's a good player, but I didn't want him at Juve. So hopefully these are gone. Ciao Beppe, acabo de llegar. ¿Qué opinas de Juntoli? ¿Alguna idea sobre su posible sustitución? Creo que es algo más grave que cambiar el director técnico. Ah, te voy a responder en inglés, así que todos lo entiendes. ¿Vale, Néstor? Pienso que tú no tienes problema en entender inglés, ¿verdad? So he's asking Beppe, I just arrived. What do you think about Giuntoli? Do you have some ideas about substitutions? I think that it would be or it changing the director, the technical director can be a problem or whatever. So look, Giuntoli is one that has a contract of 5 years since he started, so 3 more years. I believe it's 1 million per year. Of course, management costs are lower than players. So it's a big salary for a sporting director. The first year, according to me, and that's what I always said, was the year zero, where this one was the real first year of Giuntoli. On the year zero, so last season, it was really difficult to judge him. This season, you really can judge him. And if there are some good things that he did, like lowering the salaries, of course he did. Um, bring in some players that at the end were beautiful surprises, like a Cabal before injury, anticipating the signing of Di Gregorio, that was important. Well, he did some bad things as well. And now we can say that he's under observation. I believe that it's always dangerous when you're giving too much power to one man only, because that's a bit what John Elkan did, giving the entire power to Giuntoli, which actually made that he had a total different role than what he had at Napoli. So I'm not sure if there will be a change with Giuntoli at the end of the season, but I think that the idea is to give a bit more support in terms of structure, to let him focus on what he should focus, and taking away a bit of things from his hands, being supported by some people. That's the first solution. Of course, if we don't reach top four, there will be more heads that will roll, and the one of Giuntoli could be really one. So yeah, of course, today it's really difficult to defend the work of Cristiano, even if I say, and I continue to say, that according to me, because I see some people cope, Manners, Luis, and Nico, according to me, except of the price tag that you are paying Nico and Cope, the players that he signed were not that much the problem. The problem is what he didn't sign, like a Vice Vlahovic, and maybe reinforcing a bit in the left and right back. But of course, when you are changing so much, you cannot change like 20 players from one year to another with a limited budget. I know people will say, but we spent the 200 million euro. In the summer, it was not true. We didn't spend 200. We spent it like 150, if I'm not wrong, selling 400. So at the end, you have a net spend of 50. So the point is that in the winter, you were obliged to go on the market, which were not your plans. You remember, because never in your life you can plan that and Brenner and Caval will be injured and Kalulu at that moment and stopping with Danilo, that you are obliged to go for two defenders that were not planned. But at the end, we know it, and I criticized him a lot about the timing of arrivals. And then at the moment, we know it. Kelly is a player that was a doubt. Oh, tomorrow Kelly could potentially start to perform with Tudor. That's what I hope, because he is our player. Yeah, yeah. Kelly is our player. So let's see what he can do. But today I wanted to go a bit more towards the positives and the things that he said in that press conference that touches us. What other question do we have about Tudor, or whatever? Go. I asked a few times if some people wanted to jump in. You still have that possibility. Otherwise, go with question and I answer. It's open debate today. We talk about whatever question you have. Why? Because you can try, but not always people are obliged to accept. If you go to Bournemouth and you say we want a recompra, so a buyback clause, and they say no, if you want that, then we don't sign the player. But it is what it is. We already spoke about Heisen. I believe 2 days ago we made an entire live where we spoke about first Tudor, his first day, and then we spoke about Heisen. So I don't want to come back too much on that, because I will not start crying every single day about Heisen. Yeah, but I answered that question already. Bremer said it himself. He said, I come back. I would love to come back for the Club World Cup, as for sure not as a starter, but things are really going well. There are no other complications. I don't want to rush, but that's what I always said. I would love, and I think that we will see him at the Club World Cup, at least part of the team. to start training with a team, even if he doesn't play the first game here or there, but just having that confidence, the feeling, and also that environment and being there as a leader, as a real leader. Vacation, I don't think so, but being there important. The problem, Jake, is that today we still don't know who will be the coach of next season. We still don't know if we will qualify to top four. That's the big difficulty. If today we were in a comfortable situation, means that we were comfortably in top four, well, probably Thiago Motta would still be there. So you have no problem about question marks about who is the coach, and you know that financially you have no problems. So it would have been much more easier because you are building on what you did. Now it's changing totally. It's changing totally. We'll speak about a lot of names. We'll need to take some decisions. First of all, about the players on loan. Kalulu will be signed permanently. That's something that has already been decided. Kalulu will stay. The other ones, it's a question. The other ones are a question mark. I hope Carlo, but that's something that is, I think, obvious. I really hope that Tudor stays 10 years, 15 years, 20 years. This is what I wish to all the coaches that are sitting on the bench of Juve, because that means that they are doing exceptionally well and that they continue to do exceptionally well in terms of results, in terms of everything. So, yeah, I would love to. If he does well, if we qualify to Champions League, if he brings something, if he has the locker room on his side, oh, it's easier to say to a player because they are asking for it. Huh? They are asking for that as well. Huh? They are saying, oh, guys, who's the coach next season? And if you tell them we don't know, they just come from an experience that didn't go really well. So if you are able to tell them this is the coach and you already work with him and you feel comfortable with him, you know that they believe in you, that the coach believes in you and gives you the chance, and that then it's easier to stay. If not, it's tough. Huh? I don't think so. Personally, yeah, Davor, I can be totally wrong, and who I don't think so. Now a lot of people are thinking about that because Tudor spoke well about him today. He repeated it because he received that question. But that doesn't solve the fact that he's too expensive for Juve and that he doesn't want to renew. I think the problem with Dusan Vlahovic is much more with the club than it will be with the coach, with Tudor. So if he doesn't accept, guys, it's tough. And we still don't know if Tudor will stay. So maybe now we will do 9 fantastic games. We have another coach, and again, Dusan is not is not happy. So we really don't know. 9 goals in 9 games for Dusan. We still don't know who will stay and who will not stay. I wish that he scores 9 goals in 9 games. I will already be happy with 6 goals in 9 games for Dusan. Extremely happy because that means that we are scoring, that we are doing better, that he's doing better, that he's on the market, and more attraction, more people that say, okay, if I need to give 1 million more, I will give 1 million more instead of I will try to give 1 million less. But I don't think that this will save because then we have another coach and bam, and it's over. Uh, Look, for me, can bang a 50 goal with the Premier League next season or whoever. I'm not speaking about Dusan. I'm not speaking about Dusan, but it's the same for Moiskin. I always said that Moiskin is a good player. The problem is that with us, he received the chances and he was not showing it. And he said it himself. I needed to go away. Like Fagioli will do extremely well. Who is doubting that Fagioli will do well with a mid-table team like Fiorentina? Nobody. like Miretti needed 3 months, 4 months, 5 months to really start to show in a smaller club, because at Juve it was really tough mentally. Also because Juventus at the moment, it is really sad to say, but it's a reality. At the moment, Juventus is probably not the best team in terms of giving players what they need. At the moment, what we are waiting is that the players are giving us what we need. You understand what I'm saying? It's totally different. It's totally different. Why in the past Juventus could give Del Piero what he needed, today we are waiting from Miretti last season that he was giving us what we needed. And that's much more difficult when it's a player that is coming from the youth academy, when it's a young player. And that's really different in optics. And that's also probably why a lot of players are not working at the moment, because we are expecting, because we need them. So it's impossible to do that before 2-3 games of Tudor. I really, 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 sorry. I'm really, 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 really curious to see who will revive, who will take that opportunity, who will perform, who Tudor will play. I'm extremely curious, really. Juventus is extremely negative. That's okay. That's fine, of course, because of course, if you want to be negative, that's the moment to be negative. Juventus is saying not even a sponsored deal. These guys are all elk and mumpets. But I think you go a lot with anger, which is correct. Which is correct. On the other side, they told you, we don't have a sponsor this season. Our objective is to have one at the end of the season. I mean, for the next season. So, is it a big disappointment that Juventus didn't have a sponsor? Yes, it is. Yes, you are totally correct. Then, is it a disappointment that Juventus didn't announce a sponsor in the month of February or March? No, because they told us at a certain moment, we will not speak anymore about sponsor. At least, we'll not officially speak about it until the next season. So, it's my only passion. It's going bad. Hey, that's all of us, all of us. But today we turn the page. Today with an Igor Tudor trying to save what we have to save. Does that mean that Igor Tudor is there and magically every problem is gone? No, it's not gone. So we have a lot of things to fix. And you're correct to be angry and to be frustrated, because this is what we all are. And today we have a bit of Juventinità. We have a bit of good feeling, good vibes. But that doesn't change that we come from an extremely disaster memory. But today I was already happy that someone like Tudor was able to transmit a bit of hope. And I think that I needed it, but also the players needed it. And a lot of Juventini needed it. I saw the message of Tariq. Tariq, I will stay like maybe 10 more minutes and then I will close. That's why if it was earlier, I would have done it. Maybe now it's a bit late. So next time I will try. I will try it again, but let's see. Because I don't want to make it too long anymore. To have you on for like 5 minutes would be disrespectful. Hey, I try to inform. And at the moment, the answer I had was no. So at the moment, there is no press conference planned for Juventus Genoa. At the moment. Then, if tomorrow they decide to call the journalist and ask them to go, I don't know. But at today, no. At today, no. But I think that this one was extremely important. This one was extremely important. You know what will be bizarre? We will know the squad list only on Saturday. Because if we were traveling, if we were playing away, we would have known already the squad list tomorrow before they were taking the plane. Now we will wait until Saturday because we are playing at home. This is a bit the annoying part because we are curious, because we are really curious. Grinta is a fact. It's not enough. Huh? He said it himself. Huh? He was auto mocking him, saying it's not enough to blah, 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 blah. It's not enough. It's not enough. So you need much more than that, but that's an important one. Grinta is important. Yeah, of course. Not only, but yeah. And absolutely, absolutely, Mohammed. This is something that I really, really want to see. Is that coach that is not giving up? This is, you know it, huh? I said it. I have no shame in that. It was something that was annoying me. Not when we are winning, because I don't care if we are winning. I don't care that the coach is speaking or not. I don't need to hear him. I don't want the coach that is playing video games while we are winning. Let them do, give them confidence. They are mature enough. They train the entire week, the entire months before to understand what they should do. So if we are winning, let them do. If you are controlling the game, let them do. But at a certain moment, when you really risk, when you start to, eh, 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 that's where you need to intervene. That's where I need some active. And it had that Riyadh game where I was there watching it live. I was like, I was about to put, my eyes in my, no, my fingers in my eyes. I went crazy. I was screaming more than my coach. It's not normal. Huh? It's not normal. This was something that annoyed me. Riyadh game, Napoli second half, the first half of Inter, where I tell you, because people, we won 1-0. Yeah, the second half. The first half was a disaster. We won 4-1 against Empoli, great, but that first half against Empoli was a disaster with that goal of De Sciglio. So now we will have a coach. You will see. Pay attention. Oh, don't forget about that one. I don't know if you want or not to record it or pay attention to this one.
Vamos, go, come on. Dai, andiamo. Dai.
You will see that. Look at the hands. Wait Saturday. Then come back to me Saturday. You will see. Like this. We'll see. I need to train the impersonation, the voice of Tudor. The last ball coaches did well, huh? Allegri did well. Antonio Conte did well. Yeah, it's my picture. It's my picture made by Alessia. She drew it. It's not a picture. It's a drawing. It's when I was at the Juventus Creator Lab last May. Last May. Juan Echeverry. Oof, I didn't watch. I didn't even see it. Beppe is Mr. Worldwide, Mr. 305 himself. For the languages. Thank you, Juan. Thank you for the donation, my friend. Mr. X renewing the membership. He's saying, attenzione, Mr. X. Fino alla fine, forza Juventus. And then we have Kamis Al Jamal, 30 months. First, we regain our identity, then we win again. Identity. I said that word immediately in the video of today. I needed it as well. I really needed it as well. So I'm happy. Really. Now it's not enough, of course. It's not like identity. Let's win. No. Ciao, my friend. Oh, today I had so many people from Morocco that spoke to me. Fantastic. Today was the Moroccan day. It depends what you want. It depends what you want and what moment you are in. Conte for me is the best ever coach in terms of you have a problem, needs to solve it, quick fix, and Conte is the best one. One competition, boom, he goes wherever he goes and he wins. Or he's really close to win, but he's doing miracles. Even with Tottenham, huh? He did better than all the other ones that went after him or before him. So he's an exceptional coach. You have a problem, you take Conte. Then you want to get up, you want to go over that, you want a bit longer term, then you need an Allegri. Then you need Allegri. There are two different coaches that, according to me, the perfect partnership is actually you start with Conte and you go with Allegri. What we did, with what we did, that was perfect. The players as well. After 3 years of Conte, they were so happy that he was gone. Because that's also what you have with Conte. Conte, you cannot go more than 3 years, or you change the entire team, like boom up, and then okay, why not? But otherwise, it's so difficult to stay longer with Conte. It's impossible, guys. Uh, when he was gone, players were. I don't know if you ever watched a movie, Problem Child. It's called. Did you ever watch that movie, Problem Child? Well, in that movie, Problem Child, in French, it's called Junior le Terrible, him, this guy here. I don't know if you watched that movie, but it's a long time ago, of course. It's years and years ago, years and years ago. Who watched that movie? At least one. No, nobody. Carlo is saying it's a classic. Do you remember at least one person? Do you remember this one here? Where is it? Here. This is actually when it's really small. You don't see it, of course. Maybe I can click here. Yeah. So what is happening is that problem child there, he was in an institution, he was looking for parents, and then the parents came, they took him and they were happy about him, and all the school and the sisters, because it was a Catholic thing, they were like faking that they were sad because he was a good boy. Thank you, ciao 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 ciao. As soon as they were gone with the car, you can see that they were all celebrating like crazy with balloons. He was gone. Finally, he was gone with sisters that were on the roof celebrating that he was gone. Well, this is a bit what happened with Antonio Conte, guys. This is what happened with Antonio Conte. They couldn't wait that he left because more than 3 years with Conte is extremely difficult. Chams, what's the deal with Adzic? When will he be regular? But look, Atic has been really unfortunate in the beginning of the season when, after receiving beautiful words from Motta, unfortunately, 3 times. Every time that he was about to, well, he had that injury. So 3 times in the beginning of the season, which slowed down his reintegration. And then for two things, because the team was looking for certainties more than bets, and because we were doing really bad, and because Adzic didn't find his spot until a certain moment where they decided to give him the minutes that he needed, and that's where they decided altogether to put him with the next gen. Will he come back with the first team in being on the bench there or not? I don't know. It will depend on Tudor. if he believes yes or no that he needs him. But I would not count too much on Azic, first team starter uh, at the moment. I mean, I don't count on him because he's on a journey and he's doing so well with the next gen that we have a big objective there is qualifying for the playoffs, and then I would love him to join the team for the Club World Cup. That's what I really would love to. Let's see. Let's see. Then, oh, if you tell me tomorrow, I did you do the first team and he's starting to have some minutes, oh, then I'm super happy. Yeah? Maybe because the game is cancelled because the team against who we had to play has been banned for the tournament, so we have a free week. It could be, yeah? It could really be. Um, by the way, I need to check something. Now that you tell me, Abdallah, new member. Mamma mia, attenzione, attenzione. Thank you, my friend. Really appreciate it, Abdallah. Cundinho became a new YouTube member. Really, really appreciate it, my friend. Really, extremely appreciate it. Um, by the way, let me check again how good or bad we are doing. 36. Ooh, we are close. Ooh, we are close. We are really close here. We are really, really, really close. We're just missing 3 for 36 900s. Will we be able to do it? Yes or no? 36 900. That would be beautiful. So that we go towards 37. That would be extremely nice. I don't know if we will be able to do it or not. 3 more. Bravo, LGG. Tomorrow you will succeed in your mathematic test. Ciao, Nico. Thank you for the life while I am working. You have a very relaxing voice. No, but the relaxing voice is because I have the neighbors and then they will go crazy. Ciao, the Lion King. Ahmed. What I regret with the management is when we have a good coach who asks for investments, Conte and Allegri, we didn't give him the players and he leaves. Oh, oh, it's not really true. It's not really true. Um, but not always true. Not always true. Some cases, yes. Sometimes not. 37 by Sunday. Hey, it depends. I think that the game will be really, really followed. Juve Genoa. There could be some people that would say, I don't know. We don't know. We really don't know. We really don't know. That's the big mystery. That's the big mystery. I'm not sure if they will play immediately Colomani and Vlahovic together, but it would make sense to give both of them the trust. Nico, new member as well. Attenzione. Nico with the Juve logo in his profile picture. We are not getting up. We are not getting up. Still remains at 36,897. So we cannot find 3 new Juventini. United will destroy Yildiz. But why are we speaking about United, guys? Or at least Yildiz. He will not go there. Guys, that would be extremely, extremely, extremely bad. For him. For him. No. Go wherever you want, but don't go to United. No, don't go where you are. Stay at Juve. Stay at Juve. But if really you need to go somewhere, don't go to United. No. I think the people that are going today to United are a bit They are playing really with their career. Huh? They're really playing with their career. I would not do it. Beppe, do you know something interesting? I have shared your channel in Reddit. People in there are 50-50 on you. Some really like you and some don't. I think yeah, sometimes I type my name on Reddit, and sometimes I see a lot of people that are criticizing me. But Reddit is a old fashioned, not old fashioned. Pay attention what I'm saying. It's something that is there since extremely long. So it's a lot of hardcore Juventini that found that platform of freedom of speech, and they go and they speak. They, I can say that probably the most hardcore Juve fans that I found on the social media is probably on Reddit. While on Twitter, you need to dribble between people that are trolling, people that do not care, people that are new generation that have absolutely no idea what they are speaking about. On Reddit, we can really say, or at least from what I see, that you have a lot of Juventini that are really hardcore since 10 years, 15 years. You have a really hardcore base. Then, of course, you have some people that started watching me in the beginning. They didn't like the style of what I was bringing in terms of news because I was doing long intros, because they want direct to the point. Some people, they didn't appreciate me not saying hashtag out Allegri, or people that are not accepting the fact that I've worked and I still work with Juve, even if it's different as in the past. You cannot please everyone. Some people, they give you a chance one time, they don't like you, and then they don't watch anymore. They don't give you another chance. I think it's normal. It's like in life, guys. Huh? You cannot please everyone. Not everyone can likes you. Um, I have no problem with that. I have no problem with that. I can understand. And sometimes, you know what I do? Sometimes true. Huh? That's true. Sometimes I go on Reddit. I read the comments that are on me, the negatives one. Because if I ask the people that are here today, if I ask you, tell me what I should do better. People are here. You like me because you're here. You're members. You're subscribed since long. We know we are family here. So people will say, "Oh, we like you, Beppe. What can you do better?" Boo, we like you. What you do is that's why we are here. But actually, what I love to do is reading what they are saying bad about me. And then, of course, I need to filter. Some people are just hating for hating. Then you have some real comments that are saying, this could be better, I don't like this, and that's what I try to improve. I think it's really interesting. Then, of course, unfortunately, these people, they, because I put myself in game, I challenge myself to become better. A lot of time, unfortunately, these people, they don't give you another chance, so these people will not come back. It is what it is, but at least I try to have the resources to become better, because I am not perfect. But I understand, and it's true that when people, they discover, they know, they hear that you work with Juve, they believe, or they tend to believe, Juventus is obliging him to say that, which is actually understandable, but a pity. What they don't see is the reverse of the medal, probably, of what I'm telling you is probably the most close to the reality than some anonymous accounts that are just spreading some news on the internet to have some likes without a profile picture. When I say something, well, that is probably correct. I mean, not my analysis of football, because that's opinion, that's self-studying. But when I'm telling you things, you can discover, you can anticipate some news here on the channel. uh, we have contact with players. I am close to the club, so I know a lot of things in advance, which a lot of time I cannot say. I cannot say, but a lot of time I make you understand. Like, for example, if we're speaking about Chiesa, I made you really fast understand. Pay attention for Chiesa. Don't buy the shirt next season. Or when I told you Vlahovic is the next one after Chiesa, and look where we are today. Look where we are. Or when I told you Thuram is a real objective of Juve a long time ago. Or when I told you Thiago Motta, then unfortunately it went really, really bad. But that's something I don't have the crystal ball. I can tell you what I think, what I hear, but I cannot tell you how things will go because I don't have the crystal ball, unfortunately. Grazie, Codino. Grazie, Codino. Oh, yeah, yeah. No, 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 no. That doesn't mean that I will change myself to please the haters. Huh? Never, never. To please haters, I will not change. But I believe that if you're never open to criticism, you will never improve in life. Never. Especially if you're just only surrounded by people that likes you. And then you're even believing you're not humble anymore. You think that you're God on earth. It's not true. Look, today we were in Juventus. They had 4,000 people live that were following it. It was a press conference of Igor Tudor, but yesterday we had like 3 5. We are traveling towards minimum 2,500 every time from midday to 1 p.m. in Italy. They are watching live every single day. And here we are doing between 300 and 200. That means that we need, or I need to do much better. Because I told you, when I see 300 people, I'm extremely grateful for every single one that tuned in. But where are the other ones? Where are the other ones? That's a huge big question. And that we need to solve at a certain moment. Um, Heidi, member for 3 months. Thank you, Heidi Alessandra. If you had a crystal ball, would you use it? It's a fantastic question, Heidi. It's a fantastic question. It's extremely dangerous, I believe. It's extremely dangerous because I believe that from the moment that you start using the crystal ball one time, you never stop. It's addictive. And I believe that from that moment on, your life will be led by the crystal ball. I believe in a destiny that is already written for all of us, but a destiny that still can be changed. It's like written, but without an ink that will stay there forever. You know what I mean? So it's written with an ink that can be changed, that can be erased, and you can create a new destiny. You can open a new door to slightly change that destiny. So if you start going with the crystal ball for one thing, then you will ask it for a second thing, a third thing, a fourth thing, and from that moment on, you're addicted, and it will lead your life. And then you will even start using the crystal ball at a certain moment. What should I drink this morning? Should I drink tea or should I drink coffee? Which would be extremely difficult. So I don't know. It's a really great question because, of course, you would be tempted. You will have that temptation, but it's dangerous. It's really dangerous. What a fantastic question! Wow. Do you ever allow for gifting memberships on here, Beppe? What do you mean with that, Nicola? Do you ever allow for gifting memberships? I don't know what you mean. I think that I do like once or twice a month giving memberships here on the channel, depending on the moment, especially when we are a lot. That's what I do. Then I don't know. If you are a bit more precise, let me know because I don't 100% understand what it is. For Juventus, it's the Italian speaking community, which is logic. Yeah, but there is 4,000 and 200 is no, it cannot predict the future, but yeah, it can be addictive as well. Let me check a last question before we close. Thank you, Elad. Really appreciate it, my friend. To offer memberships, you mean? Yeah, of course you can. Of course you can. What you need to do is, if you're an iPhone, you need to go in the description of the video, and there is a link. It's annoying on iPhone. If you're on desktop, it's the dollar sign there. Super easy. On iPhone, it's annoying. On iPhone, it's annoying. Ah, you saw it today. You're right. Thank you for reposting it. It was super, super nice. Today I finished in the Croatian papers this morning. It was really, really funny. Really, really funny. Thank you for that. Look at that. Here we go. Here we go with Marcello that is going with 5 membership offered. Marcello, the silent viewer. Thank you, Marcello. Really appreciate it. Offer 2. Pavel. Look at that, Pavel. Pavel, a few seconds ago, he said, Beppe, I had a question about the set pieces, but you don't like me. And you never read my comments. Pavel. And now he became a member. You see? Mamma mia. Mamma mia. Yusuf Mirmo, Sani, Tat, and Vasilis Kutsokostas as well. Thank you, my friend. So, thank you, Marcello. Really appreciate it, my friend. Grandissimo. I don't know what. Wait. What is it? What was it? I was on independent. No, not independent. Index. Let me check. I will tell you in a second. I was on Index HR from Hrvatska, I believe, if I'm not wrong. It was this morning. You can see it here. Wait. Here. Index HR. Navijači otkrili da igra se pozdravlja. Juvenom postapalikom legendarnog okazvog nogometaza. Navijači Juventusa također pomno prate sve što Tudor radi na prvim. It's difficult. It's really difficult. I have absolutely no idea what I'm reading, guys. So don't ask me to translate. I don't know. Nevin is, you're laughing, eh? You're laughing because Nevin is coming from Croatia. Wait, no, this time you're laughing. Timotia Wea. Because that's something in Poland, in Croatia, they finish the names with A sometimes. Why? I don't know. But you see? Timotia Wea. Yeah, so I finished there. Jako dobro. I need to train a bit, and then I will try to say it a bit better the next time. Actually, Nicola, no, of course. Just to tell you for maybe another channel, when you ask, when you go into the description of this video, you have like a kind of role, like you click and then you can read all the thing, and then you will see join the GJustjuve community. You click on that link, and then it's super easy. Of course, you need to find the link first, but it's in the description of this video if you are looking for it. Did I forget a message? The one of Rob Lewandowski. Touts, thank you, my friend. Touts on outloan Juve players. Any incoming money? Outloan players. Miretti, there is no option, no obligations. He will come back. Then, of course, if they want to make an offer, they do. But no. Who else did we loan out? Rugani. I don't think that we can cash in with loan out players, guys. Yeah, maybe with Miretti, but there is nothing planned for Miretti. Kostic maybe at Fenerbahce. I heard that there is a possibility that they want to do an offer, but don't count too many money from the loaned players. Yeah, who is there? Nah, but Rovella is already something that was planned. 2 years loan to Lazio with an obligation to buy. Yeah, that money will come from Rovella. It's true. Rovella and Pellegrini, whatever they do with him, that money also needs to come to Juve. Connie de Winter is already gone. Yeah. Hosar, thank you, my friend. Was gonna say ciao, Beppe, but I'm late. Good night. Thank you, Hosar, for 41 months. Guys, we are in closing time, so I will check another time here if we did it or not. It's not for today. It is not for today, but that's good because that means that tomorrow we have a new challenge. And that new challenge will be 36,700. And then, the sky is the limit. Uh, Oh, I don't know if you watched, guys, the how is it called? Adolescence. Adolescence, really great on Netflix. Really, really, really great. Go and watch that one because Adolescence is really great. Wow, 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 wow. Really great. Yeah, I enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it. It's tough. Huh? As a father, it's tough, but really good. You know what I'm watching at the moment? I'm watching House of David on Prime. Today there is the episode that I need to catch. It's the 7th on 8. It's a story of David against Goliath. Um, that's also something. It's not wow, but it's okay. It's good. It's good. Mais malheureusement, je sais pas où le trouver, mon ami. We need to win against. Yeah, of course we need to win. Do you want Tudor to succeed because of his history of love, or do you really believe in him? No, I want to see. No, it's that's a really good question. I want him to succeed because he sits on the bench of Juve. Punto. Basta. Whoever it is, you know that I don't like Mancini, I don't like Spalletti, I don't like Mourinho. These are coaches that I really don't want at Juve. But from the moment that they will be there, I will become their first supporter, their biggest supporters, and I would hope that they stay 10 years with us because they are sitting on the bench of you. I will never wish a player, a coach to do bad with the black and white colors. Never. I will never wish an injury. I will never wish this. I will never wish this. They need to do well because if they do well, by consequence, my club is doing well. I always said my question mark about Tudor is not the immediate impact that he can have, the positive impact that he can have, is the long term, which we are missing in his career at the moment because we never saw a long term Tudor. And that we will see at the moment what he said 3 months plus Club World Cup. That's what we go for. And then we will see. Then we will see. Attenzione because Nicola, he found a way. He found a way. He persisted like here. Perseverance. He persisted and he found a way to offer not one, not five, but 10 membership to the people that are watching. Let me call the names. Pratam, Chris, Ahmed Al Ali, Strasbourg Steve, Alessio Ferrucci, Mitch Dyer, Ilod was already a member, Pavel Mankowski was already a member, Mohamed El Mejrab, temporary peace. Attention, it's long time ago. Temporary peace, my friend, my longtime friend, also received a membership. Dr. XP Football and Jean Elias, Yamin, all of you received a membership from Nicola Innocenzi. If you're there, if you're watching, if you have the possibility, say thank you to Nicola. Um, because that's a really beautiful gift to the people that were here today. So thank you, Nicola. You did it with like a goal at the 94th minute because we were really in closing time. So really appreciate it, my friend. So let me say again, thank you to all the people that were here. The Wizard of Oz, Mohammed El Mejrab, Gigachat, Suraz, Akrepi, Anthony Schifano, Ahmad, Kenny D, Will Once Was, Niz, Young AC, all the people, especially also an extra thank you to Nicola Innocenzi, to Hassar, Rob Lewandowski, Marcello, Heidi Alessandra with the question of the live that I really enjoyed. It was for once something different than football. Nico, new member, Abdallah, Coutinho, Chams, I read, yeah. Kamis Al Jamal, Mr. X, Juan Echeverry, Christian Fialino, Nicola Innocenti, that also became member for 5 months today, and Nico Lotti, that started the live today. In the meanwhile, we didn't reach the 36,900, but we will get there easily soon. So thank you again to all of you. You were fantastic. Look, tomorrow it's the pregame. There will be probably no press conference as long as they don't confirm me. There will be no press conference. So it's just the wait for a bit more insight about the first week of training from Tudor, trying to identify who will play here, who will play there. Tomorrow I will come with extra information if I can. Thank you, Thomas. Thank you, Sasha. Thank you, Codino Divino. Thank you, Sudnevuj. Thank you to all. Grazie, forza. Ciao.